Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Super 7 heavy metal unboxing and review. And today, we got the Super 7 Ultimate Cliff Burton version 2.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today we're back again with another version of Metallica's Cliff Burton. But for all your Cliff Burton needs and a whole lot more, Entertainment Earth, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $99 does ship free. Flat rate $7.95 shipping, anything under that. However, we're in the holiday season. Entertainment Earth had a lot of deals, $39 free shipping, things like that. Your mileage may vary. Head over to Entertainment Earth, check it out, and use discount code Kyle. So there you go. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, we'll compare this figure to the other Cliff Burton figure that we unboxed about a year ago here on the channel. But of course, Cliff Burton, no stranger to action figures, be it reaction or ultimates. This one, a little bit more stylized, maybe a little less authentic. Is that the word? I mean, we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about some of these accessories when we dive into it. I should say we did get a slipcase cover with this one here as well. Very cool, old school kind of metallica artwork with that like goblin troll up there looking very nice. Kind of a nice scene here. All kinds of stuff going on. But I do like how Cliff Burton's fighting the world right there like a young man-of-war right in front, but looking good. See you later. Goodbye. But let's dive into the packaging on this one. Of course, big bubble window looking good there. You got the bass guitar upside down in here. You got an extra head, which is cool because we use the different one. Make them as different as possible. We'll talk about it when we do comparisons later on. Early Metallica kind of logo, once again, Master of Puppets era probably, but looking good right there. You got that kind of goblin troll on his shirt, very famous artwork from the old Metallica days as well. A lot going on here, and a very, very colorful package on this one, looking very cool here. On the back, it does say Clifford Lee Burton, given the old full name right there, but let's see what it says about our friend Cliff Burton here. Cliff Burton continues to live on as a timeless icon of individuality. His larger-than-life musical legacy and image and the down-to-earth personality he displayed in life has inspired countless fans. The Cliff Burton Ultimate Superhero was inspired by the art of designer Juan Machado and represents the eternal image of Cliff. He is surrounded by iconic references from his life and music as he travels through eternity, fighting for immortal individuality for himself and others. How about that? There's a long read right there. Have to imagine maybe the last Cliff Burton figure in the Super 7 Ultimate line. You guys tell me, I guess. But there he is in the old plastic prison. Almost said plastic person. The old plastic prison ready to take on the world. But I'm going to take this offline, get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Cliff Burton. All right, we got Cliff Burton version 2 out of the package here. Let's see what's going on with it. One of the greatest bass players in heavy metal history, no doubt about it. And I guess we'll start off with the hands as far as accessories go. Got 2 fists of Cliff Burton Fury, if you're ready for that. We got that ready to go right there. I should say he's got 2 gripping hands out of the package, so we do have those. We do got 2 splayed out hands going on. He does got rings on his fingers like we normally saw Cliff wearing back in the day, so good attention to detail on that one. And then we continue on. We got a bass gripping hand, and then I guess a bass holding hand, you would call it here. If you want him displayed playing the bass, you got those 2 hands there. And then you got that middle finger hand once again, so he can flip you the bird, tell you really what he thinks about you, I guess. So we do get those hands. And then, in a special treat, we talked about those rings. They've come to life, and they've come as extra hands. Of course, there's that very famous Cliff Burton photo that's went around for decades at this point here, where he's kind of going like that with the rings. Well, here's the rings. These plug in just like hands. Very cool idea, some skulls here. And honestly, you could take these with any Super 7 figure. You want to put these with your Lemmy figure, your Power Ranger figure, whatever you want to do. You could do that. So a very cool one. I like the little kind of effect piece on the end, a little tail on the end. Very stylized, of course, this Cliff Burton. A little bit, use your imagination, we'll call it on this one here. We continue on. Of course, we did get that hammer with Cliff Burton last time. We get it again this time with some kind of translucent kind of lightning bolts. Is this almost like Thor's hammer? That's kind of what it reminds me of here. A little bit brown down at the end, of course silver on the hammer head. Looking very cool. Once again, really building out like a comic book version of Cliff Burton come to life in this action figure here. And that carries on to his bass guitar, another cool bass guitar. And I love that they gave us a different bass guitar. We got a black one last time. This time we got some red action going on. You do got the strap here in black once again. And then you got those effect pieces here. However, in a plot twist, you can take the effect pieces off. So you want it just a straight bass guitar, you can do that. Or you can add just a little bit more personality and stick those effect pieces on there. So that is cool. Choose your own bass guitar adventure. And Super 7 apparently loves those bass players. They have a reaction Bootsy Collins, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, Lemmy, 2 versions of Lemmy. Still got to unbox that second Lemmy. We'll do it on the channel. You know we'll do that one, and we'll get that done. No doubt about it. But let's dive in and finish off Cliff Burton once again. 2 head sculpts for Cliff. I'm fairly certain we saw both of these last time. So once again, as we always do with chase variants, different figures, make them as different as possible. I did use this head sculpt on the first one. I'll use this one on this one. Make it as different as I possibly can. Out of the package, though, you got the screaming head sculpt there, showing a little tongue. Good teeth on Cliff here. Got that little mustache going there. You got the eyebrows raised, and then you got the hair off to the side looking pretty good as well. So screaming and yelling. Then you get a very more docile Cliff Burton here. And like I said, I'll use this one. You got the hair straight down, a little bit of that mustache action. Very stoic face on this one. A little bit plainer, a little bit Janer, we'll call it on that one there. But diving into the rest of the figure here, we do got a little bit of a sickly yellow skin tone on him, I will say. But of course, most heavy metal guys, especially thrash metal guys of the 80s, they're not sitting out by the pool. They're down in the dark basement in the dark playing their bass guitar, whatever. And I guess that's what Cliff's doing here. So not very tan, of course, on this one. He does got a soft goods black shirt. It is Metallica. It's got that kind of troll goblin, of course, very famous once again. Soft goods shirt. You could remove it. I don't know why you ever would. It doesn't have Velcro. It comes on and off like a real person's shirt would, so that is kind of nice. And then he's got those bell-bottom blue jeans, of course, known for that. And this time around, no holes in the jeans. These are straight-up jeans this time, so very cool. To a little point of difference between that. Brown boots going on down low. Arms do go all the way around for us, of course. Bicep cut. Single... Oh no! I just broke his elbow! Oh my gosh! What are we doing? Just don't got it in me. I can feel it. I can feel the electricity. I can feel it in my hands. I can feel it. And this has been sitting at room temperature for about 2 weeks, so I can't say much about it. But that was a simple snap. I didn't even get to do anything. And it just burns through my fingers. I can just shoot lightning bolts like a young Cliff Burton out of here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get this fixed. I hate spending my money and breaking figures, especially $50+ toys. Oh my gosh, I'm fired up. We're going to try to carry on my wayward son like a young Kansas here, but I don't know if I can keep my cool. Whoa, stop the broken figure clock. Back here cutting into this video with a bit of a Cliff Burton update here. Obviously, you've seen this unboxing going terribly south, breaking my heart, just horrible experience all around. Unfortunately, the figure did break at the arm. Now, I did reach out to Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I ended up purchasing this from. Sometimes I don't even remember where I purchased these things from. And I reached out to them, showed them the pictures. Here's what happened. Here's my order number. And they said, keep the figure. We're sending you a replacement right out. That's what I got right here. So I got a replacement Cliff Burton. And I got this one here. This is the broken one. So what I did is I super glued it. Put glue everywhere over that elbow. And I will display this. They said I could keep it, so I will. I'll display this one here with kind of the rings on the hands that we saw in the video as well. So that's my plan for this one. I will say, though, there seems to be somewhat of a defect on the right arm. So I've got 2 of these figures here. Obviously, open up the second one. I knew to be careful. I knew right off the bat, got the hairdryer out, really worked this one over. However, in the right arm in the joint, there seems to be extra plastic and extra paint in there, which you got to chip away, and you got to heat it up and do it very softly. Once again, your mileage may vary. I got these from Big Bad Toy Store, maybe the Entertainment Earths of the world. Their figures are different. Not exactly sure. But for whatever reason, the right arm on both these figures, a little bit suspect. So beware of that if you're unboxing this, if you're planning to get this. But Big Bad Toy Store did make it right. They sent me a replacement. Got this one the way it should be. And I guess I get to keep this one here. And I'll have 3 Cliff Burtons in my collection. So that's the quick little update on the Cliff Burton Super 7 Ultimate. Not a fan of that at all. Not a fan at all. This one I'm going to be extra gentle with. But man. Oh man, that just... Ooh, that eats me alive. Oh, that eats me alive, folks. Bear with me, but not good. Breaking out of the package, you know I'm not a fan of this. I don't know if I'm going to say hot garbage, but man, that shouldn't be happening like that. That is very, very disappointing. And now that I look at it, there is like nothing. There is no movement in that elbow right there. So it is just totally fused inside there. I got a bad one for sure. I mean, that is tightly locked in there. I couldn't have moved that if I wanted to, unfortunately. But man, oh, that fires me up. Cliff, you didn't deserve that. He already died many years ago in a bus accident. Now he gets his arm ripped off here. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to glue it. So Glamour Shot's going to be real tough for this video here. But I'm going to have to glue this on somehow, some way. Oh my gosh. Oh, horrible, horrible. Do we carry on? Do we continue this? Do we? I don't know what we do. Fired up. All right, well, we got waist articulation. You got ab articulation. Got a little fur down there in the chest. No paint on there. Would have been nice to see real fur, just saying. We do get legs that go up. Single jointed D. A little side to side there. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. Pretty limited in the ankle department here. But, man, one-arm Cliff Burton just not getting the job done. That is for sure. He does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Yes, he does. But man, that is disappointing. What are we doing? What are we doing? It just ruins the day. It really just ruins the day. That's what it does. So, I don't know. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We got Cliff in happier times, not broken times, unfortunately, there. But we got Cliff. I don't know. Your mileage may vary, but I definitely got some issues with my elbow here, as this plastic doesn't even look like it could move if you want to. It's like all fused together in here. So our toys shouldn't be breaking like that. We know that whole song and dance, and we see it with a lot of toy lines, and it's always going to, anything that's mass-produced, you're always going to have some issues time after time. But man, on this one, did it really have to happen like this? I guess it did. So there it is. So yeah, the Glamour Shot's probably not going to be as good. You'll probably understand that when you watch it. I'm going to have no bend. I'm just going to super glue this in place, and there's going to be no movement out of that elbow. That's just the way it's going to be. That's the way it's got to be. I should wrap it in tape like it's wrapped up like a bandage. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going off the rails. This review is over. I'm done. Throw it off the table. Maybe not, but there it is, Cliff Burton, Super 7 Ultimate. Your mileage may vary. Would love to hear your experience in the comments. Any problems out of you? I don't want to see any comments. You don't know what you're doing with your action figures. I know what I'm doing with my action figures. Trust me. It's not like I just got this out of the cold, anything like that. It's been sitting here at room temperature. It does have some issues. Once again, your mileage may vary, but let me know your thoughts on this Cliff Burton. I'd have to say I do prefer the first version of Cliff Burton, especially because he didn't break. But I also, when I think of Cliff Burton, this is exactly what I think of. But I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on Cliff Burton in the comments down below. Of course, the least you can do at this point is like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Make me feel at least a little bit better here today. Patreon, check it out. Link in the description below. Early access, all kinds of stuff over there on Patreon. Check out the video if that is your thing, or check out the Patreon if that is your thing. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Cliff Burton, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.